What's up? What's up, everybody? Man, I won money on the Houston Rockets. They covered the spread. Yes, sir. Won some bread, lost some bread. But the big bread coming tomorrow. Nah, I mean. So, let's get into this. Champagne sloppy, right? Because it must be said, though it hurts to say. I like to be clear when I speak. Aubrey Drake Graham, better known to the world as Champagne Sloppy, has a new album coming, and it's supposed to come out in November. That was the target date for it to be released. Now has a target date of, they're looking at a target date of September, from what I heard now. They've upped the scales for the record to be released because it's promising to be his best album he's ever made all time. This is going to be a classic album, a solo Drake album, the album you've been wanting from Drizzy Drake. This is your album. Yep, Champagne Sloppy. So, I'm here to tell you guys the truth. While this news is flying around right now, it's from Sloppy's own PR team. Sloppy don't have no album ready to go in by September. Don't buy that. Don't you believe it. Sloppy gonna be scared right now, as he's always been, to hit the release button on a solo album. You might not get it to January, February of next year. He will not have an album completed by the end of this summer, because right now that tour by Kendrick is the biggest thing going, and it is whooping his ass, and he's gonna be dealing with lawsuits. So all of this, oh no, he's ready, he got this ready to go, and just you wait. Man, listen. I'm telling you right now, Drake album ain't coming out in no September, maybe November, but I seriously doubt he's gonna be ready to release any album. He's gonna be too afraid to release an album. His Nokia song that was supposed to bring him back, that thing is dead on arrival right now. Nobody's talking about that album. So, once again, you're back at one. You know, you're back at square one. Yeah, this is going back to the 90s. In the 90s, you used to have a two-hit single. They'd be like, okay, well, what's your two-hit single? He ain't got one. He don't have a two-hit single, and he needs one bad. He's in a bad predicament. He threw 21 songs up against the wall, not to mention the 6 songs he released from the album he was working on that he scrapped because of the impact of Not Like Us. So we got No Phase, we got Circling Rhythm and all that. We got all them songs he was working on a release. I mean, you had the first music from Thugger since the trial started in 2 years, and that had no movement. None. There was no interest in that song. And it was like, man, all these features, the Gordo, the Camila Cabello, whatever, all of it trash. And that's not normally Drake. Drake normally has great features, great hooks, great bars. It was non-existent. So something happened. Either the writers left or, something happened. Now, if your writers went bye-bye, then, that says a lot. Because if your writers go bye-bye, that tells a bigger story. Tells bigger than one could imagine. Well, that's why we all say this, right? Don't get in a pissing fight with somebody that really do this. So if you don't know what you're doing, don't get involved in something you don't know what you're doing. If you don't know, don't get involved. And that's real talk. If you don't know, don't get involved. Because if you get involved, this is going to be the outcome. When Drake released an album, people come out and they say, man, that boy Drake, man, he did this. That boy Drake did that. Other celebrities start supporting your work. He got internet hopefuls, people with Fashion Nova accounts celebrating his music. He don't have no A-listers except for Aisha Curry and Steph Curry, who don't move the goddamn needle when it comes to your music, homie. Yes, No Key is trash. I mean, it's a trash effort, but out of all the garbage he's thrown up against the wall, that's the one they could stomach the most. It's like saying, dog, okay, you lost, move on. Well, now he's going to court, he's fighting and saying I was defamed and all this stuff, and the crying and the whining. He's keeping it going. So you're keeping it going. You're the reason that this thing's finna escalate. And after this tour, smears your name all through the mud again. Then you're going to start complaining and suing again. because that's what sloppies do. I'm not going to be reading the chat when I'm driving, dude. When I get to a red light, yeah, I can read the chat. No. There's already so much lost than actually gained. Yeah, if Drake had an album that was worth anything, UMG would put it out. But when you got an artist that makes excuses for his work being inferior and not ready or incomplete, oh, they bought the bots, that's the reason why. Well then, like, dude, you can't fake influence. You see the whole world doing what they doing, no bot's gonna cause that. If it was, then everybody would have that bot. Your buddy already, academic, came out and said he lied about the bot guy, having him come up there and fake these numbers. I'm like, dude, this isn't a game. Because once Drake went and made it a legal thing, if Dot was still on it like that, he could have sued academic. Because he knows if he sues Dot, it's all over. He's trying to circumvent, going all the way around the circles instead of going right at K-Dot with a lawsuit. Because he knows that's the end of his career. The day he filed, that's the end of his career. Yeah, the day he filed those papers, it's all over. In good form, you know, champagne sloppy. This might be what he needs. This might be what he needs to get himself back on track. Because it's all over. I mean, really, who's going to trust him after this? Not me. I wouldn't want nothing to do with him. That's just me, though. He showed me what type of person he is. And when somebody show you the type of person they are, you just got to believe them at this point. They're not going to change. It's their nature. It's their character. It's who they are. When you see it the way he acting right now, he used academics as a tool. They ain't gonna use me though. I'm like, I don't work for you, bruh. Everybody else could do their bidding, but not me. Well, That's how society works, man. You know, it's like 1 minute you chilling, the next minute somebody going upside your head. You start feeling yourself. You start believing your own headlines, which you're never supposed to do that. Once you start believing your own headlines, you know, that's it. They got you. No, you don't want to do that. Champagne sloppy. The man who torpedoed his own career. That's crazy. I'm never gonna understand that one.
Hi, welcome to Puerto Rican Euro. How can I help you?
Um, Let me have the steakhouse. I want that one cut in half, and I don't
The
want
meal or just the sandwich?
the meal.
Okay. What kind of drink?
Uh, make it a Coke,
Small, medium, or large?
large. Then I don't want the onion rings.
I'm sorry, what?
I don't want onion rings.
You want price?
I'll take the 4-piece tenders. I mean, mozzarella sticks.
8 pieces?
Sure.
Okay. And what kind of drink?
Coke.
Okay. Anything else?
Yes, I want a large chocolate shake.
Okay. Two cookies for 129.
Not an Oreo shake, a large chocolate shake.
Okay. Would you like two cookies for 129?
No, no cookie.
Okay. Anything else?
That'll be all.
1730, 1773.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Gotta make sure I get my chocolate shake. Is this woman still making an Oreo shake? Okay, yeah. Okay, I think she was starting to do an Oreo shake. Yeah, she was messing up. I'm like, no Oreo shake. Big backs, you know. Yeah, I know you, kid. You actually seen me right now. This is the most best I've been in shape in a long time. Power! Oh, champagne sloppy, man. Don't worry about sloppy. He ain't going nowhere. When this new album come out, he flopped. He gonna blame UMG. That's all he's gonna do.
Hi. 1773, please.
All right.
You need a cup holder?
No, I don't need a cup holder.
No?
No, I'm gonna pay you in cash. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Just a few hundred. Absolutely. So that's what I'm saying. Drake is nobody's worried about Drake. He's doing this as a try to get his name in the press because Kendrick concert is breaking all the records. Kendrick's doing all this stuff. He's so broken up over it. He don't know what to do. No.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now I bet she forgot to cut it in half. It's not like they got 15 orders. It's like 3 people there that just pulled up. How you can't get that right? Drake's whole career is done. Like he's literally fighting for survival. Like Crip Mac. Well, Crip Mac about 3 times my size. Whoa. Yeah, that turn was a little. With my ego, I could be in a Speedo and be looked at like an effing hero. So I hope you're on the Patreon because I'm going to address Kanye West. Kanye West responded back to me. Yes. So I'll be addressing him on the Patreon only. Because that boy is starving for attention. And that's the only place I'm going to give it to him. Well, there's so many different aspects to situations that people just didn't know, didn't understand. The whole shebang bang, right? If Drake got a great album, I would. You should know that. But Nothing about what he's doing right now gives me the confidence that he's gonna make a banger. That he's finna put out. Oh, this he finna put out a smash. I'm like, the confidence ain't there. You know what I'm saying? He's ruined because everybody look at him like a joke right now. So he's like a guy that fell off that used to be hot. You know, so that Nokia song didn't do nothing. As you can see, nobody's talking about him. Gatorade didn't come knocking at Champagne Sloppy's door. No, 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 no. They ain't do that. They didn't come knocking on Sloppy's door. Look at that. Woo! Chandelier is lit up. Look, my upstairs chandeliers, both of them lit. Oh, that's right. Now, Sloppy has to realize a few things. When you go down this road, this is one that's going to bother you to the end of time. You know? For real. It's going to bother you all the way to the end of time because you know that you have talent, but to make that hit song, you're going back to the beginning now. But it was easy back then because you believed in your talent when no one else did. So now you're stuck in this situation where everybody believes in somebody else and they don't believe in me. How am I going to escape this? Yeah, that's the new reality that you're going to be forced to live with now. You're going to have to make your way through a figure eight. You know, so that's going to be on you. You got to figure out that maze. So it is what it is, man. I'm ready for the Pistons and Knicks. We finna blow the Knicks out tomorrow. There will be no Knicks in five. They got to come back to Detroit. We got their number.